Well, everybody, we are a little bit behind time, so I don't want to dilly-dally. I want to go ahead and jump into the last game of the day. Thank you all for being here and watching, and I do want to give a shout-out to everybody who has followed and subscribed during this stream. We had a lot of gift subs, especially from DBX Lord, and I really appreciate that. It is a huge help for me to be able to stay a little financially afloat. Thank you. Now, Crappy, take us to the reveal. And you better watch out. There's a Highlander out there. He's gonna get you with the sword. Okay. Well, Crappy might be dead. That's fine. Whoa, Mindless Pit, thank you for all those gift subs. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be, there are too many emotes. Too many. They're in front of the reveal. Get out of here. Get out. Get out of here. Okay, there they go. Seriously, though, thank you so much. You are amazing. Honestly, yeah, like, anybody who gifts, like, I realize that's a pretty large chunk of change, and, yeah, I don't forget that. You do not have to do that, but I appreciate it, and... seriously, thank you so much. You know who isn't just a chunk of change, though? Definitely at least a solid dollar bill. It is our final GM of the weekend. Say hello to our GM. Wait, I already talked to you, Shrambles. Shrambles, I raced you. Okay? We did the ball jacks.
We did do the ball jacks, and I got soup. I'm full of soup. I still have leftover soup.
Oh, good. I was worried you wouldn't get soup.
I mean, I made a mistake, and I forgot to get, like, cheese toppings and, like croutons or, like, crackers to put on top of my soup. But,
okay.
Luckily, there's a co-op, like, literally 2 blocks away from my apartment, so I was able to just walk as soon as Ball Jacks ended, walked over there, got my fixins, and was able to finish my soup.
I love that. I'm glad you got the soup. I'm glad that you filled it up, and I'm glad that you weren't good at ball jacks.
Well,
no, you were
not
good in
all
some
can be
ways.
crabs.
You did pretty well.
I could kill you, but I could not jack your balls.
Yeah, you tried to jack. Well, I realized that was the big choke point, and I'm like, I just have to focus on not choking after Shrambles blows up, because if I choke, that's bad. Okay, enough about ball jacks. We're listening to weird Wii music. What game do you have for the final game?
All right, story time. Think back to the mid-90s.
No.
And we have young Shrambles here.
Oh, okay.
Who is at his local Funko-Land, now GameStop, but Funko-Land was at the time. I was there with my mother. She said I could pick out any NES game I wanted. And so I sifted through the open cartridges, and I found a game with a really rad title and a really cool box art. And I thought, this game has to be great. And so I was like, Mom, let's get this game. And she did. And I played it for 5 minutes. And I played something else afterwards. That game, Dash Galaxy in the Alien Asylum.
Oh, no. Well, that's okay. You don't need a straitjacket when you're in this asylum. Dash Galaxy will be trying to get out of here over the course of the next hour. And whoever makes the most progress over the hour takes the victory. I don't think it's that kind of asylum. This is just where the aliens live, right?
Well, I mean, there's robots, there's aliens, there's pits of death. And the interesting thing about this match is it's not actually a beat the game match.
Oh, really?
So there are 24 floors in the Alien Asylum, and each floor has 4 separate rooms. Their goal for our players is to complete as many of those rooms as possible in the hour.
Okay. That is great. Now, before I move over there, I want to give a very clear warning.
Yes.
Flashing warning. Absolutely. It is bad. It is very bad.
100%, this is a flashing game.
This is one of the worst that I have seen for a title screen. So as soon as I'm hitting transition in 3 seconds, if you have any problems with flashing, avert your eyes right now. 3, 2, 1, we're there. It's flashing. I told you, everybody. I told you it was going to flash. And if all of them flash at the same time, that could be a significant problem for y'all. So watch out.
I know for the most part, it's just like the opening cutscene that it's the worst offender. And if all of our players happen to blow up bombs at the same time, then it will be bad.
Yeah.
But the general, like, gameplay isn't as flash heavy as that opening cutscene. And I see some of our chat members are realizing Sokoban is a part of this game. Yes, the hub rooms all have Sokoban puzzles to get to the actual content of the game.
We like Sokoban here. Not as much as Mystery Tournament likes it, but, you know. I can't change that.
I mean, you say likes it in quote. It's just, it's more or less just immersive therapy. Everyone has seen it so much that, of course you like it. You've seen it so many times.
That's like collective trauma.
And that's why we're all here today for the final match of today for Kusogrand8.
And it looks like all of the players are ready, and I'm ready to hear about how you're going to track this nightmare, but we can talk about that after we do the countdown. What would be good emotes to spam?
Aliens, spaceships, vertical keys.
Do it now! No, horizontal keys are fine too.
Yeah, but anything space related.
As soon as I see movement in the stage after all of this collective flashing, and I believe we have started.
Yes, so there are 24 floors in the Alien Asylum, all with these kind of like top-down hub worlds. In each of those rooms, we have a 2D side-scrolling section where they need to collect what I believe are key cards in order to open the door that they just came in.
Okay. Is that all they're trying to do in the room?
That's all they need to do in order to clear the room. There are additional pickups. So there are bombs, there are keys, there are those stars. Those stars, if you collect 10 of those stars, you get to be invulnerable for like 20 seconds.
Okay.
And that's
cool.
Pretty much the main gameplay loop of this game.
So basically, go to the hub room, get into one of the doors, get the key, leave the room.
Yes. And so the keys and the bombs are consumable items. So Exuno has just finished the first room. It looks like Full of Lizards is about to finish as well. Looks like Sunnyfish is still missing a few of the items, and Shock Me is about to finish. So the first few levels are going to be pretty easy. There's no real thing that can kill you. You don't have invulnerability frames.
Okay.
So if you are just in an enemy or taking a shot, you will just continuously take damage until you leave the enemy's hurt box.
Oh, geez. I didn't mean to turn the sound down. I was trying to undo deleting a source that I deleted. Well, whatever. I'll find a way to bring it back. Yeah, so as it turns out, our referees have a bit of a challenge, but it looks like they've got a pretty solid idea of how to track this, because you provided pictures of the hub rooms, and then essentially they are marking check marks for how many of the rooms in that specific hub room have been completed.
That is correct.
Yeah. And luckily, this is set up so that as soon as they mark that a room is done, they don't have to update the overall score. It automatically updates. Thank goodness. There, you gave some pity.
Yes, I don't like to make our refs work harder than they need to. Our refs deserve as many pats and ice creams as they get. And an important thing to know, once they clear a room, it is cleared. So if they get a full game over, they don't necessarily have to do that room again. Now, I say that with the necessarily.
Okay.
Because there are some rooms that have bombs and keys, which you need to use in order to reach certain levels in the later floors.
Okay.
So if they full game over, and we haven't seen it yet, but you can just go to the next floor of the game, pretty much, as long as you see that like box. We'll wait until someone finishes a level they're currently on, and I'll point it out. But they can just go up the asylum. Like, they can just turn around and go back in the elevator when it came out of. And then just move up.
I mean, that's how elevators work. Most places don't have more than one elevator. It's weird if they do.
All right, well, we missed my opportunity to point out where that was. But
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. No, you were saying, and I don't like interrupting people. Unless they deserve it.
Yeah, where's Roar? We need to interrupt him.
Now, something I didn't mention yet.
Yeah?
The movement of the game.
Okay.
Is atrocious.
Okay, I believe it.
You have a very high vertical jump. And then you run by just holding the button, and then after like 2 or 3 seconds, you then start running.
Gotcha.
And then it turns your jump into a more horizontally based jump, which loses pretty much all of its height.
Yeah, no, I've played a little bit of this game before, actually. I remember this is one of the games that I looked at before and probably thought, I don't want to worry about tracking this. This looks like a nightmare. And I'm glad that we have a solid way to do that. But yeah, at this point, the referees are doing a good job of keeping track of the rooms that are completed. It looks like most players have completed 3 of them. Mola is the one who is a little bit behind, and that's not a big deal. Like, we've got plenty of Dash Galaxy ahead of us. My
All right,
goodness.
now Exuno needs to find out. I think Exuno's going to head straight for the elevator, maybe? All right, so Exuno is now going to move up a floor. Oh, well, Fulla was already there. So Fulla and Exuno are kind of, and I think Exuno has soft-locked one of the rooms, unless he blows up one of the boxes.
Oh no. Oh no. If you go into one of the rooms in that area, though, are you able...
It does not reset any of the positions of the boxes. It stores what you originally had when you entered it.
What if you use the elevator?
You go up a floor, you can't go back down.
Are you serious? Oh no.
The elevator only goes up. It is a one-way elevator.
So, what? Like, why? What's the overall story of this game? What is even happening? What?
Well, I provided the players the manual, so let me pull that up to get us our lore, so to speak. So just give me a moment here as I pop that open.
Yeah, sounds good to me. By the way, the referees for this match, as clearly displayed in front of you, we've got Toasty, Stoat, Nakarashi, Okami of Games, and Mouse Shy, who are helping out during this match. Thank you all so much for volunteering and helping us keep track of this. Honestly, this is a very, compared to other matches, you got to pay attention a little bit to what's happening here, but they're doing a pretty good job. So, question, is there a way to lose? Well, I assume if you take too much damage, you are not going to complete the room, right?
Yeah, so you have a timer, which is your oxygen meter, which is also doubles as your health meter. That slowly goes down as you do the room. It also does the same thing with the hub rooms. So if they wait too long in these hub worlds like Exuno is in currently, they could lose a life by just not doing it fast enough.
Okay. Oh, Mola, the pterodactyl gotcha. Why are we in Mario Land? I don't know. But we're in Mario. It looks like Mario Land. It looks like we've got trees like Mario. Exuno goes down the slide and gets zapped. Oh, no.
Oh, those slides can be evil. There's going to be a level where we'll see a slide that just drops you right off the level. And you won't know it until you take the slide.
Beautiful. Honestly, another evil thing is just like how much momentum you have to get before you even can like do any sort of horizontal jump whatsoever.
Yeah, it gives you the illusion you have air control. Because you have a bit of it, but it's not as much as you want it to be.
Yeah. Exuno, try and wiggle strats in order to get running motion. It looks like it works. Oh my gosh, just being able to wiggle back and forth in a very small space in order to get enough speed to do the horizontal jump you gotta do in some areas. That's nuts.
All right, so you want to hear the lore,
Yes.
Crescentia? You are Dash Galaxy,
Whoa!
fearless space explorer.
Okay.
You've just landed 1,000 light years from home on an alien planet filled with strange creatures, deadly force fields, and dangerous pitfalls. Your mission: to make your way through the incredible maze of rocket rooms and elevator shafts and return safely to your ship. Using your amazing athletic ability, you must enter all of the rooms on each level and successfully collect everything in each room. You've only got a limited supply of oxygen, so you've got to get all the objects and make a mad dash for the door before you run out of air. Watch out for those slime-sucking aliens. They'll take your breath away. It's time to show those freaks what an Earthling can do. Are you ready for the challenge? They don't call you Dash for nothing. You can jump and run better than anyone in the universe.
Okay, as soon as somebody starts trying to hype up how fast you are, it's either a Sonic game or a bad game. Or sometimes both. That's, like, I'm sorry, but that's not really a super great skill. No, Mola! Jumping right into the pit. Wait, is that... Okay, explain to me.
That is a full game over, yes.
Full game overs, do they have to go and play all of the rooms that they did before?
They do not.
Okay.
So it is essentially just a buildings block. So as soon as they clear levels, they're marked for good for the entire hour.
Okay.
However, they might want to re-clear some of the levels to re-pick up some supplies.
Gotcha.
Not every room has bombs or keys.
Yeah,
Some
and
of them
so
don't have
actually
really-
getting supplies may be useful. Mola did collect a bomb.
And I think Mullah used it immediately, so does not have a bomb anymore.
Yeah, and I'm just making sure it is in a pinned message, and there's not a whole lot of pinned information for the players here. For clarity, this is most unique rooms. They do not have to be done in a single continue. It'll be over the whole duration of the hour. So yeah, we're gonna have to see how the players do. Now, is anybody getting eliminated due to this match?
So this is actually a 10-point match, so no one is going to get eliminated from this match. But it will be a little bit harder for the person who takes last to potentially make brackets, since they'll be at a lower score threshold.
Yeah, that absolutely makes sense. Oh my gosh. Rad. Or Dash. Why do I keep thinking Rad Gravity? Dash Galaxy, Rad Gravity. I feel like that's why I get them mixed up.
They're all these like stereotypical like cool guy names that like a lot of old games tried to appeal to. It clearly worked for my young impressionable brain.
I mean, yeah, you got your mother to buy this. Which
I'm
honestly,
pretty sure my mom like bought it because it was probably only like $5 or $10 at the time.
yeah, then that's fine. I would say that honestly, like, just what I'm seeing so far, this game has ideas. Are they well executed? Not really, but they're executed.
I mean, I think if you made Dash actually control better, I think this could be a really cool, fun game. Because all of these like rooms are challenging in their own right. If you could actually control, like the trampoline mechanic. We'll see a lot of other more mechanics in the rooms.
Yeah, like you can. Here's the deal: you can go ahead and have all the ingredients for the best muffin, but if you leave it in the oven for 1 minute, it still is just gonna be mush. You know, let it cook, or in that case, bake. Let it bake. Just let it get baked.
Yeah, but Exuno and Full Lizards are doing quick work of a lot of these rooms.
Yeah,
so that's a full clear of floor 2 for Exuno. Moving on to floor 3.
Very nice. And I hope that the scores on the spreadsheet here with the rooms completed, I hope that that's being helpful for viewers here. Honestly, there are some games that it's a lot easier to tell just visually how far the players have made it. This is not one of those. And I really appreciate that we have this set up so that we are able to see it quickly. And it looks like Mola going to the final room of the first floor. I think Mola's already done this room, but again, if there are items that are helpful to have later on, might as well get them now. With that said, do you have extra lives in this game?
So you have 3 lives to start with, and you can collect lives. There are heart icons in some of the levels, which will give you an extra life.
Okay, gotcha. I don't think I've seen a heart icon yet, but yeah, at the bottom right, underneath the green oxygen, that is where the hearts are. What about the stars? Like, we've got a lot of items here.
So the stars, if you collect 10 of them, you become invulnerable for about 10 or 20 seconds. Since Dash doesn't really have any attacks. Dash can't shoot a gun, unlike any other NES platformer of its time. You can't jump on enemies. There's no way to kill any enemies in this game outside of using a bomb. And the bomb does have collateral damage. If you're too close to the bomb, you will take damage and die immediately.
Okay, so bombs, a blessing and a curse. If you put I mean, that's a very helpful lesson to learn. You know, if you put a bomb down, don't stand next to it. Duh. Okay, Mola, moving on to the next floor, I believe. Chat did mention that Mola might not know that you can just immediately go to the elevator. That is something that people can figure out, and other players have figured it out. Obviously, I don't want to give anybody an advantage that they shouldn't have. Mola, though, has realized that she can no longer get into the door on the left. Welcome to Sokoban. Can I take your order?
Mola, she has 2 key cards. She just used 1 to get into this level. So I think she now realizes what the key cards do. Hopefully she doesn't use... Oh, so easy finish for that level for Mola. I just didn't realize there was only 1 of those there.
I mean, it counts.
Cool. Now, hopefully she doesn't use this key card for that top one, or she's not going to be... Oh, well, she's thinking about it. Ooh, she may have soft-locked herself now.
By soft-locked, you mean just can't get to the other...
She can't even get out of this floor.
She can't use the elevator?
It's blocked off by a key card door, and she has no key cards.
Are there any key cards in this level?
I hope. I don't remember the contents of every level, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh, there's a key.
There is 1 key card. Okay, she's good. She's good.
That's not a key card. It's straight up a key.
Well, key, I mean...
Okay, what does the manual call it?
If you see a laser door, would you imagine using like a regular brick and mortar key to unlock a laser door?
If the keyhole is shaped like a key, yeah.
All right, Exuno taking a game over. Exuno realizing that Exuno can just go right into the elevator is going to die because they didn't move out of the way of the laser door.
Okay, so there is a manual entry about the keys here. It says, keys. It's always a good idea to pick up objects. Thanks, Grandma. Yeah. You never know when you may need some help. Keys enable you to pass through force fields. When you have keys in your inventory, you can walk through a force field. Your inventory will then be reduced by 1. If you don't have a key and you walk into a force field, you will lose a life. Wait. Okay, so a key is basically a shield.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, it opens the door. And if you were standing in the force field beam when it launches, it will just nullify because you have a key.
Okay. Fair, whatever. You've also got bombs, which are displayed to the right of the keys. Bombs can be used to blow up enemies in the rooms or blow up blocks or force fields in the elevators, okay? It'll detonate after 3 seconds after it's set. However, there's also detonators, which is to the right of the bomb. When you have a detonator in your inventory, you can set the bomb off anytime you want to. To detonate a bomb, press button B again after you set the bomb. So does that just let it blow up faster than 3 seconds?
Yeah, essentially, like, if you have a detonator, you basically just get to choose when it goes off.
Okay. If you have a detonator, does the bomb, can the bomb just sit there forever?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so if you have a detonator, you have to use it.
Yeah, so if you have a detonator, you'll always have to use it.
I'm not sure I like that. I gotta be honest.
I mean, you have it's one of those, use it, you lose it. It's just kind of how it works.
You use it and you lose it. Okay.
All right. Pola just got beamed.
So there are also stars that are collected here. Whenever you collect 10 orange stars, you become invincible for a short period of time. You can't be hurt, however, you can still run out of oxygen or jump off a platform into the abyss if you're not careful. So that's orange stars. What about the blue ones? Do those do anything?
I think the blue ones are just score.
Okay, so when you collect blue star, your star meter, your star number doesn't go up at the bottom because that makes sense.
Yeah, no, there's 2 different stars. One's a score star, one's a invulnerable star. I mean, there's some half-baked, collect stars.
You know, I'm really glad that they made it very clear on the hub that the gold stars increment that number by having the star in black and white instead of, the color that would be helpful. You already have it in your color palette because the star shows up in the level. Just slap it down at the bottom of the HUD. Come on.
This seems too hard for Essentia. Look at how fast Dash moves. Do you think he has time to think about all of that color mumbo jumbo? He needs to dash fast.
Well, maybe he should program his own game. Freaking crap. Yeah.
Sonic?
Okay, keep going.
Imagine all the characters programming their own games. That's why Sonic moves so fast.
Sonic's like, I want to go fast. He's actually just an average hedgehog, but he's like, oh my gosh, Sonic is my OC, and he's so fast. I mean, Sonic is somebody's OC.
Sonic is, well, I guess technically every character is someone's OC.
Yeah, I just forget whose OC it is. It's fine. Somebody in chat will tell me whose OC it is, and then we can go ahead and blame them. Okay, well, just so everybody knows, it's looking like Full Lizards is a little bit in the lead. 13 rooms completed. Exuno has cleared 12 at this point. A lot of good work going into this by the players. Now, there are obviously chances that some information can get missed, and this is something that if the players notice that for some reason they cleared a level and it didn't get marked, we have the VOD for a reason. We can go and recheck, but we are doing our best, and if there are any flaws, then we blame Shrambles.
Yeah, no, I'll take full blame.
Yes, perfect.
I mean, that's what good parenting taught me, that it's always my fault. So, the divorce, totally my fault.
Okay. Okay, so if you get divorced, just blame Shambles.
Yeah, if any of you out there get divorced, I am probably the reason why.
That's kind of amazing. I didn't know you were that strong.
It's a very strange superpower to have.
Yeah, to be fair, you've got some superpowers. Like, yesterday, during the entire mystery show, you were busy. Like, helping people make sure that they were set up and streaming correctly. You did a lot yesterday that nobody really saw.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of background information for show stuff. Like, I mean, you talk about it a lot, but I don't think anybody really appreciates how much you put into, like, making all of the layouts for Kusogrand8 and for the mystery show and for Demub. Like, that takes a lot of work to, like, make nice graphics so that, chat can actually have an enjoyable watching experience.
Oh, Exudo, no! Yeah, we also have had a lot of helpful hands to contribute and make things better. I do put a lot of work into this, but, with Mystery Show as well, it was a lot of work getting stuff ready for yesterday, and it ended up, I think, being a huge success. It was an absolute blast. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad that everything went without a hitch, which is always a good thing.
I mean, yeah, when I have to capture, 9 different games, 9 different feeds, and have no downtime between them, if it goes off without a hitch, that means that a miracle happened, okay? For real. It went a lot smoother than I imagined it would have. It went very well.
Yeah, I'm sad. Our players haven't made it to what I believe is one of the worst floors, and they haven't encountered one of the worst mechanics yet either. So we still have a lot more deviousness in this game, and we're only 25 minutes in, so we still have 35 more minutes of hopefully beautiful Dash Galaxying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't foresee any reason that we won't have any more unless all of the players decide to unionize.
The Kusogrand8 players have decided to form a union.
Oh my gosh.
For better quality games.
Yeah, the union, give us anything except for Dash Galaxy. It's I would follow those demands, okay? Absolutely.
Aaron Marth in chat asking, did Young Shrambles beat this game? Young Shrambles didn't get very far. I don't think I completed a single one of these platforming stages at all.
Really? Even I've done that.
I mean, were you Young Shrambles? Were you 6 years old when you did it?
I'm pretty sure I was at least 36. It was within the last couple of years that I've beaten a couple of these levels. Don't worry. Yeah.
I mean, that Prosentia Atomic Bomb versus Young Shrambles Coughing Baby. Who will win in this match?
I'm not an atomic bomb. What are you talking about?
Comparatively to Coughing Baby Shrambles.
Coughing Baby Shrambles. Oh, why are you coughing, Baby Shrambles? Do you need a sucker to suck on, huh, Baby Shrambles?
I would love a sucker.
Oh, so would I. I'm hungry.
Whenever my mom went to the alcohol shop, they had dum-dums.
Dum-dums at the alcohol shop.
Which I guess is kind of ironic or coincidental. It's funny in some way to have dum-dums at the alcohol shop. I only cared for the root beer flavored ones.
Okay.
Those are the best dum-dums.
I hate them.
How?
I wasn't a fan of root beer when I was a kid, and I just associate the flavor of candy root beer with my hatred of
Brambles. Yeah, no, I get
Shramble. No, of
that makes sense.
Root beer. But I like root beer now as an adult. I don't know why I didn't like root beer. What kind of child doesn't like root beer?
Oh, full of lizards trying to make a jump onto the trampoline and then just misses it because having no just sense of your momentum when you're in the air.
I think Full Lizards is just going into a level to get a few items to help out later, especially if the platforming levels get more challenging as you go on. It's a valid strat. Also, you want to have a couple keys. Key cards shaped like keys.
Ooh, Ixuno! Ixuno has found out one of the worst things of this game. There are warps, and some of them warp you backwards.
No! Ixuno standing in the laser. I love that, like, you get burned to a crisp and it says oxygen depleted, and it's like, technically you're right about that, I suppose. Like, yeah. But that's Ixuno just like, what the heck? That is just kind of a cathartic, like, I need to let my character die right now just so I can process what just happened. But technically, it is a clear of a level, since if you take a warp, it does count for a clearing of a level. I'll also go ahead and say that, like, depletion of oxygen is technically true for death. That's how death works. However, even though it's scientifically accurate that standing in a fire depletes the oxygen from reaching your cells and prevents them from being able to there are other things happening as well.
And so there is an interesting mechanic with the level warps. So as soon as you take a level warp, it removes all of your keys, all of your bombs, and all of your detonators.
You lose all your items if you warp?
Correct.
Why?
I have no idea.
Who made Dash Galaxy the alien asylum? That's why it's an asylum, because there's no getting out. You can't get out.
I believe this is a Data East game.
Well, that doesn't explain it. Data East, you made crap, but not this level of crap, right? No, apparently they did. Apparently Data East published it, and it was developed by Beam Software. That explains everything. Beam was a very special group that made other games such as Give Me a Second Until I Find Them.
Alright, I've seen Ixuno, and I think Fulla might be doing this as well. Ixuno's realized that there are keys, and when you die, you still hold on to the items you collect. So Ixuno now has 3 keys, sacrificing 2 of Ixuno's lives. But having more keys makes it a little bit easier to navigate some of those higher floors, because Mola walking right into the force field. Cruel life. Dash knows nothing about kindness.
There is no kindness to be found in Dash Galaxy. Well, luckily Beam Software made other games such as Nuts and Milk for the NES. Apparently Back to the Future NES, that checks out to me. Yeah, that sounds... I mean, I've done speedruns of the game, I should know that. But, whatever. Roadrunner! Oh yeah, the old NES game that never actually got released. Okay, I see that they made... Which versions of the Three Stooges? Did they make the NES version? It has to have been the NES version, right?
Maybe. I don't always look into the history of, like, the publisher and developers' games.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Like, I'm interested in the Three Stooges specifically. I actually liked that game a bit as a kid. I played it a reasonable amount. It's not good. It's very bad. But I've played a lot of it. I can actually do the freaking soup minigame and destroy it.
Because we've seen the Three Stooges on this channel a bunch.
Some, yeah.
A bunch. Like I would say a bunch, more than twice.
Bad Street Brawler. There we go. We're getting into the world of terror here. Yeah, we also have... Wait, Xenon for DOS? Why am I thinking... Okay, I was thinking of Disney Channel Xenon. Okay, that's not the same thing. Last Ninja 2, you know, all the classics. Airwolf, Back to the Future for NES. You've got...
Oh, Xeno might have to... Oh, okay.
Oh, they did Back to the Future Part 2 and 3 as well. Okay. What happened with Exuno there?
Exuno had a precarious situation where they were next to a door that was going to warp them back to level 1, but needed to jump to the other side, but needed enough room to make the running animation start so you could get the longer jump. So was able to navigate that situation.
Okay. Good. Yeah, that's pretty complicated, but these are very strong competitors. I mean, as you said, they took first place in their first match. It's not too surprising to see them like figuring out tricky movement in order to do things that honestly most people would die trying to do in this game.
Yeah, this game is not kind, and I think they're going to come to a conclusion. Hopefully, nobody has done this yet. Nobody has just decided to take the elevator as high as they can go. Because some of the later levels are actually easier to complete than some of these like levels that we're currently seeing. Because some of them don't have pits at all. And pits are really the main reason why they're dying so much. Because they have to make these tricky jumps with these trampolines, which have very interesting physics with how you need to like navigate on these giant platforms.
Okay.
So if there's no pits, it's really just to move around and find the collectible things.
Oh, Exuno taking a little damage from the bat. Just to clarify, to open the door and leave, what do you need? Do you need a key to do that?
So there's these little blue like rectangles with like a bubble in the center.
Those
are
like on
essentially...
Shockme's.
Yes. So those are the things you need to collect. There is between 1 to like 7 of those per little 2D platforming section.
Okay. What are they? Switches. You must turn off all switches in each room before exiting. And obviously, when you turn a switch off, it disappears. That's life. Hey, Kananaphone, thank you for the raid. Come on in and enjoy the rest of Kusogrand8 for the day. We are on our final game.
Has found the warp backwards.
Oh no! Full Lizards, are you typing? No? I mean, you can just take the Okay, you can't take all the elevators back. You gotta go get a key.
Yeah, you can't because it removes all your keys and your bomb. And so, the worst thing about that level warp is the first one you find warps you backwards. And that's the one that was on level 3, or maybe it was level 4.
Yeah.
The level warps are required for you to get to some of the higher floors of the game.
Okay.
So level 6 has one that brings you to level 10. If the players took the elevator as high as they could go right now, they'd get to level 9, and the elevator would disappear.
Are you serious? The elevator How many levels are there?
There's 24 levels, so it starts at 0, goes all the way to 24.
So this is like... This is BS, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, quite so. This is why we're doing it by rooms, since, like, this is just a giant maze game. Like, the correct path is to take the elevator to level 6, go to the room that warps you to level 10, then you go to, I believe, level 15, which warps you to 20. Then you take 20 to... there's another warp on 20 that brings you to 23. 23, you find another warp that brings you back to 22, which then brings you to another warp, which brings you to 24.
Okay, gotcha. So
To track, like, forward progress in a game like this would be maddening. Like that. 'Cause
yeah,
it'd be so-
basically not possible.
it'd just be luck-based, where at least having the warps here, it's very funny.
Yeah, I honestly, like, really appreciate how this match has been put together. I think that this is the best way to track this game. Honestly, you know, I checked this out before and didn't want to deal with the nightmare of Dash Galaxy, but we've got a wonderful team of refs that is helping, and honestly, it matters a lot because look at Exuno and Full Lizards. They both have 16 rooms cleared about 2 seconds apart from each other.
And Exuno is about to clear this one. They're actually on the same exact room.
And there we go. Exuno is through. Exuno solidifying, like returning from second place back to first place. Again, it was only second place by 2 seconds.
Yeah, these level 4 levels are hot garbage. They're all trampoline-based for the most part. And if you barely miss the trampoline, you just fall into the abyss, losing a life.
I really like the music in this game, though. Like,
Oh, Mola has actually decided to go up to level 5, which is a really poor decision, because it's ice physics.
at least you get to move fast, right?
This is where I was telling you about the slide that just kills you if you take it.
Okay.
So
I
because
believe
you have
it.
no traction, yeah, you have no traction on ice. You go down the slide, you fall off the edge, and then you just die.
Oh my gosh, Exuno. I'm just so stressed out watching you do this. No! You second guessed yourself. You paid for
I don't
it.
know. Well, I guess Exuno has a free life because there is a heart right at the beginning of this level.
Okay.
And is going to be able to collect a bomb every time as well.
This might
is
actually
actually-
be a good level to grind out for a while.
Ooh, but
No,
Staying
Full
in the
Lizards,
hitbox.
no!
yeah, a good choice for Exuno to just kind of just fall there. I mean, Mola, I'll give Mola props for doing something different. Our players can't see each other right now, so... But Mola is doing something a little different versus what it seems like Exuno, Fulla, and Shockme are doing, which is just kind of going through the levels in order. Mola taking a chance to see if some of these higher levels have easier levels to do, which you have an hour, and getting to these levels doesn't take too long. Completing one of these side-scrollers takes maybe 30, 40 seconds for some of the quicker ones. Experimentation
Full
is
Lizards,
what gets
no! You got the key! But at what cost? Your life. That's the cost.
This game is a trip.
This game is brutal. Like, oh, by the way, I want y'all to know that the things that look like health potions that restore health are oxygen tanks, okay? They're oxygen tanks.
Exuno, just abandon the key. You don't
Exuno's
need
not
it.
trying to abandon the key. Oh, too bad.
Exuno had... You could have completed the level.
Exuno is not happy. Exuno is typing in Discord. Does beating the game score any differently? Is what Exuno is asking, and
I can answer that, and that is no.
I don't know what that means, but
So... I think Exuno's just wondering, like, if I beat the game, will that give me a higher score? Or, like, if will that give me, like, extra points? And it does not.
yeah, but I don't think that beating it is really a concern. Nobody's...
no, there is zero chance any of our players are beating this game.
Yeah, nobody's beating this game.
The speedrun is 7 minutes long, but you need to know the path in order to do that.
Well, yeah, as it turns out, taking warps, like, this game, a lot of it isn't, like, necessarily skill, as much as it is exploration and remembering the path to actually get through it. And, like, after that, you can start working on the skill in order to go through it quickly. But, like, the base playthrough is really exploration. The thing is, that doesn't feel like what you're getting into when you play this game. And when when you realize that this is an exploration kind of puzzle game, that's when you really discover the true genre.
Yeah, it's a platformer. Well, it's a puzzle game disguised as a platformer.
A puzzle game with platforming red herrings, essentially. Because, like, most of the, like, you can beat most of the game without doing very many of the rooms.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Full Lizards has opted out of doing the room that Exuno has been just doing over and over again and has taken the lead.
Very nice. That sometimes is worth doing. Exuno also moving away from the nightmare room. I don't believe Exuno beat it, and that is fine. We don't require you to beat every room, we just require you to beat the most in order to win. You know, I'm glad that this game exists, because Mola is also in the nightmare bouncy room now.
Yeah. And this match isn't over. I know we have 15 minutes left. Shockme only has 9 rooms completed, but Shockme could still go on a tear and complete these rooms, because they only take about a minute to complete. And if you get into a rhythm of the motions, Shockme could easily come back and take the win here.
Yeah, the biggest thing is be willing to take your time, be willing to not collect everything. You're trying to clear as many rooms as possible. You don't need every item in each room. I mean, they are all helpful in their own ways, except for the blue ones. I don't know what the blue stars do. They're just blue. Mola, trying to figure out how to actually do this jump and collect the key. The answer is you don't. It's there to kill you.
The answer, yeah, just don't collect the key.
Okay.
I think Mola's actually going to complete this level.
Mola didn't get the last switch. She's not going to.
Oh, she didn't? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
The switch is at the far left of the stage, and as far as I'm aware, you have to get all of them in order to beat the level. The door is still closed. She's going back. The slog. Y'all I'm pretty sure this is slower horizontal movement in most cases than Jekyll and Hyde for NES, which everybody complains about how slow it is. Mola got the key! Mola got the key!
All right. And Mola's in a good place
Nope.
to actually... Oh, well, no, not anymore.
But you know, when you get the free life at the beginning, you just want to keep doing this bouncy level. It's fun.
Okay, if Exuno just abandons greed, did not abandon greed.
Greed is very hard to abandon.
We have 3 players onto this awful trampoline level.
Of course we have 3... Of course, in a non-linear game where players have all the choices in the world to go wherever they want, we have 3 players doing the same room at the same time.
I think the tempting thing is, because of the life that is immediately there, it's so tempting because you get the life back, and if you complete the level... Oh, okay. Exuno just needs to make these jumps now.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that there are so many bats in the way that Exuno just played mind games with themselves. Okay, Exuno abandoning bouncy room and moving on to the next one. The correct move. I fully expect Exuno to make the mistake of going back there again and trying to get that freaking key.
Oh, 100%. It's because of that extra life that's there.
Yeah,
It
it's
makes
like,
you feel like,
what's the risk? If you get an extra life every time, no risk, right? The risk is that you will never beat this room.
I can do this infinitely. Except you have 12 minutes left.
This is the perfectionist killer, because everybody who's a perfectionist is
Fulla
going to
it.
keep
Fulla's
trying
done.
that level. Fulla got it!
All right, Fulla's going to be moving up. And Exuno with a game over.
Fulla, no! You were so close! Exuno, game over is fine. All you need to do is go up the elevators as much. Oh. Okay, yeah, unfortunately, the lasers will kill you. You do have to have at least one key. Exuno is just going to get another game over. The players are welcome to reset if they would like, but sometimes it's just satisfying to burn your your
Dash
character
Galaxy
until they have no oxygen, you know?
More like Ash Galaxy, am I right?
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, it was right there. I had to take it.
Yeah, there are other things that rhyme with dash. Just being informational here. I'm not going to talk about them.
We're not going to say any of them.
No.
I mean, there are other words that rhyme with dash.
I mean, we're here to provide factual information about Dash Galaxy, and the fact is, things rhyme with dash.
I mean, Dash Galaxy, like, this could be an opportunity for all the fanfic writers out there. Go ham. Like, make Dash Galaxy your new OC.
Well, not your... no, it's not an OC if it's your fan fiction. Just put, like, Karen in Dash Galaxy. Like, Karen Galaxy. Karen Galaxy, everybody. There you go.
The daughter of Dash Galaxy.
Yeah, the daughter of Dash Galaxy, Karen. I love Full Lizards going down the slides and just like, I don't want to go down the slides.
Yeah, so you have to go to the left here. You can't land on the platform, I don't think, because you'll just go down the slide.
Or just deplete your oxygen. Is that because you gave CPR to a bat? Probably. I enjoy that, like, all alien asylums have bats. Like, a lot of bats. Like, a heck of a lot of bats.
I want to see the fun robot heads. There are very funny robot guys in some of the later stages that just look wild.
Ow.
But yeah, we're rounding down to the last 10 minutes of the match.
Oh, yeah. It's been a long weekend, okay? Like, we had Don't Make Us Bored on Friday, had 2 matches, as well as Mystery Show yesterday, 3 matches today, but I'm gonna be going to Atlanta soon. We do have at least one Kusogrand8 match during the week this week, on Tuesday, so make sure you check out the schedule, everybody. See if it is going to work for your time. I believe it is 7 p.m. Eastern. Shock me! Oh no! Back to the beginning of the game.
I already see where Exuno's going. Exuno is completing this level to get a key card to go right back to the trampoline hell.
I like trampoline hell. You know, if you're gonna go to a hell, might as well be trampoline hell. Yep, Exuno got the key.
Yep.
Time to go bounce. Nope,
Oh,
never
no,
mind. Exuno to
going
the
up.
elevator.
Yeah,
That
Full
is a
has been
good move.
having a lot of trouble in this one level of ice, and which Exuno will be joining them on.
Honestly, I think this is probably a better option than doing the trampoline level forever.
Correct. But I think Fulla is going to be able to get this if they get that switch.
The unfortunate thing is Exuno's like, how do I actually get out of this specific area since I'm dealing with ice physics? And the answer is, good luck. You've got ice physics now, not my fault.
Fulla has completed it.
Very nice, Fulla. Yeah, Full Lizards is running away with this. Honestly, they have a pretty good chance of taking the victory because of like how they're performing. Exuno, no! You gotta be Dash Galaxy, not inching Galaxy, not like your slow Galaxy. The important thing of Dash Galaxy is to always be fast. No,
always reference. If you are not referencing Dash Galaxy speed, you will be fined $1 Millennium.
No, Exuno did the dash, but it was too much dash. Oh, life is hard when you're Dash Galaxy, you know?
Yeah, that's gonna be rough. Exuno's gonna have to really bolt to get back to some levels that they haven't completed yet.
Yep. But going and finding a key on the second floor, luckily the keys are pretty easy to find, and if you just grab a key and die, yeah, you lose a life, but you can get back to where you were a little bit faster. I do wonder, though, since the level is simple enough, is it worth not losing your life so that you have at least one more attempt?
It might be. Oh, Fulla. Fulla is not falling for the trap. So that is the slide that will kill you if you take it.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Honestly, that reminds me a little bit of some of the trolls in Miner 2049, or it has a lot of the diagonal slides like that will just go and deposit you exactly where you do not want to be, or like it'll slide you right past what you wanted and you're like, come on, why did you have to do this to me? Oh, Full Lizards got touched by a robot friend or enemy.
Oh, they're all enemies. Nothing in this game is your friend.
Why not? We need friends.
It's not Dash Friend...
Dash Friend Galaxy?
Yeah, Dash Friend Galaxy.
You don't need a descriptor in the title in order to, like, have stuff in a game. You know what? Unicorn Overlord doesn't have any freaking unicorns.
That have overlords?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least I don't think it has unicorns. I haven't seen any yet.
I mean, this game doesn't really have dashing, but it does... I'm not really sure it has galaxy either.
Yeah, we're stuck on a planet. That, and we're just trying to take an elevator to get in the spaceship. Like, have we even left Earth?
No, I think we're on an alien planet.
Oh. Well, I'm glad that they at least had the alien infrastructure to climb up to get into... What is Mola on?
So this is World 6. We're in the pink universe.
Oh, I like the pink universe. Okay.
So we have, like, dropping slimes. We have lasers. These levels are a lot easier compared to Floor 5. So this is actually a good play for her. Because she could actually get a few more rooms here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's enough to move out of third, but holding on to third is important. Like, Shock Me has been behind most of this match, but considering other people have completed simple-ish levels that can be done very quickly, like, I don't know. The next few minutes really could make a difference here. Jinpoo, by the way, thank you for the raid. Thank you for being here. We're just wrapping up Dash Galaxy. And what a galaxy it is. Very, very slow galaxy, despite the name.
Limp Galaxy.
Also, it's the alien asylum. Are bats aliens? Is that what we've established here?
I guess.
That's... okay. I mean, they kind of look like aliens. They got funny little noses. Looks like somebody, like, sat on them.
So, unfortunately, Mola is in a soft lock state. She has no bombs, she has no key cards, and she is trapped by force fields and Sokoban blocks.
Mola, no.
And if Ixuno takes that elevator, is going to be in the exact same situation.
Yeah, so right now, Full Lizards has cleared a whole 24 rooms. How many rooms are in the game?
There are 100 rooms.
That's a lot of rooms. And Full Lizards is into the pink dimension.
Yeah, because there are 25 floors with 4 rooms on each floor.
That's so many. I appreciate that, like, at least there's a lot of content. Is it, like, creative content? Some of it a little creative. Like, I'd say that out of Beam Software's games, this might be one of their more interesting ones.
There's a lot here, because like there are a lot of things we haven't seen, which we won't see. There are platforms that you can stand on that essentially just work as like jetpacks. For like you can hover
like
across a
RoboCop
level.
2.
Yeah, exactly like RoboCop 2.
Okay, well, I don't like those. Like, it turned RoboCop into Flappy Bird. As long as it doesn't control like Flappy Bird, fine, whatever.
Yeah, so we don't see those. I mean, we have other enemy types that we haven't seen. We have like giant head robots that move pretty quickly. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think our positions are going to be locked. It is going to be Full Lizards taking the victory. Ixuno will be taking second. Mola will be taking third, and Shock Me will be taking fourth.
Now, nobody is getting eliminated because this was a 10-point match, and honestly, I really like to have some of the more experimental types of matches when we have very strong players. You know, because this is a genre that nobody expects to get.
I mean, it's taking a genre that like a lot of our Kusogrand8 players are used to, which is platforming, and kind of like flipping it on its head, in a sense.
Yeah. You mean like making it unplayable? Absolutely.
Exactly.
But you know what? Luckily, even if the game is unplayable, that is fine, because that is the end of the match. That is time, with a very clear lead by 6 rooms. Full Lizards takes the victory. Second place, Ixuno, Mulla Sunnyfish in third, and Shock Me in fourth. Yeah, and everybody is a little bit upset about the game, and I do not blame them. Let me go ahead. Yeah, we should welcome Full Lizards in to come and chat and see if Full Lizards like the game.
Yeah, I'll be interested to hear everyone's opinions on this. I can already see Sunnyfish in the match room saying they're gonna have the music in their nightmares for a week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move to the title screen so that we get away from the flashing of this game.
Let's avoid the title screen death.
Yeah,
glare.
Title screen epilepsy, not what I want to cause today. I want to give everybody a little bit of a break eye-wise. I'm waiting right now for Full Lizards to see if they would like to come and chat. Full Lizards, where are you? Full Lizards, where are you? Shock Me hopped into the chat. I don't know if Shock Me wants to come talk about this. Maybe. We'll see. Let's go ahead and chill for a second. Again, everybody, we do have Kusogrand8 coming up on Tuesday. So if you want to catch a match during the week, feel free to come and do that. And we have Full Lizards here. Hello there, and congrats on your victory. You honestly knocked this out of the park. You did very well here.
Oh my gosh, that was a very strange video game.
Yeah.
Like, just everything about it was just like I don't even know how to describe it. Just between the way it controlled and the way the progression worked, and you can just skip half the game if you want to, I guess.
Oh yeah, the speed run is about 7 minutes long, because it's just there are required level warps in order to beat the game.
Yep.
Oh, I found one warp and it sent me backwards.
Yep.
Yep. The first warp in the game sends you backwards. The next warp in the game is required.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's really good game design when you make people not trust anything, not trust what they have to do. Honestly, this game, once you start realizing that it's much more a puzzle game than a platformer, despite the vast quantity of platforming, then it gets beatable. But we didn't really care about you, doing what's required to beat the game. Doing the platforming stages, come on, nobody wants to do that, so you got to do it. Yeah. So,
I didn't even mind the platforming so much. Sort of once you get used to it, you can figure out, general paths through the levels, but it's still very just strange and slow the way it controls. But it's at least consistent, I suppose.
Yeah,
but,
it still is a little bit complicated. Just I saw many players try to land on a platform and they just couldn't. They were perfectly spaced so that you had to, if it wasn't pixel perfect, it was pretty close. You had to do.
Anytime I had to do the running forward jump was just harrowing. They spaced some of those platforms just perfectly so you would fall between them.
Oh, yeah, I saw those, jumping, and there are two bouncy platforms on either side as you plummet between them. Yep. There's a lot of illusion of being able to control the game, but not actual, you can control the game. It's just hard. Yeah, with that said, I actually think this game has some really neat ideas. The execution, not great, but, I feel like with a little bit more work to make the platforming more controllable and a little bit more enjoyable, I feel like this could have actually been a classic, a very interesting game.
I actually had fun with this. Once you sort of get used to how it works, it's not too bad. It's kind of simplistic. And I never actually used the bombs except for one time, I think. Most of the times the enemies just didn't seem like the problem. It was just moving around the platforms in the level and stuff.
Yeah, the bombs.
So that whole mechanic was just, I barely interacted with that at all.
Yeah, the bombs are more useful for getting rid of blocks in those top-down areas than they are actually taking out enemies.
I don't think I ever used it in the top-down area. I didn't think you could. I just figured it was just pure Sokoban.
If you push the B button, it will just, if you don't have any bombs, it will just say, you don't have any bombs. And if you push it in that area when you have bombs, it will just lay a bomb down. And you've got to be at least 2 squares away or you will die with the explosion.
Huh.
Yeah. So, Full Lizards, are you doing anything interesting for, either on stream or off stream? If you're not... doing any game projects, have any games that you've been playing that you've loved?
I've not been doing a whole lot. I really don't stream outside of tournaments like this. Mostly I've just been playing a bunch of Dungeon Crawlstone Soup lately. I got back into that, classic roguelike stuff. But that's kind of been it as far as games recently.
Well, cool. I know that's a really good one, though. I feel like I've played a little bit of it. I need to play more.
Yeah, I used to play it a bunch years ago, and then just maybe last week or so, I got back into it because I figured out I could do it on my phone. So it's okay.
Sweet.
That's my gaming for now, I guess.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. What about you, Shrambles? Anything going on for you that people should know about?
I am still doing the mystery show. We just had one yesterday, and we'll be planning to having another one the first Saturday of June. So if y'all get excited for that. And because I like pitching Roar's thing that he's going on, there is Friend Fest, which is happening at the Mystery Funhouse Discord, which is just a collaborative gaming event where you don't have to sign up for anything. If something is interesting to you, you can just join in and then help try to beat a bunch of challenge squares, kind of a la like Smash Brothers Brawl or Kirby Air Ride. There's like little challenge cubes that you can participate in.
I love it. I'll have to give a couple of those a shot. I really, I just need to remember to do what Shramble said and go to the mystery tournament Discord and check out Fun Fest. With that said, we're gonna go ahead and raid Moonblaze Wolf, currently practicing for FWA. I'm gonna be doing a speed run there as well. Xena and a blind race that I'm hosting, so let's go say hi to Moonblaze Wolf. He's also played in Kusogrand8, and it is always fun. Let's go yell denied. Everybody, see you until Tuesday. I've been Brosencha, and this is Kusogrand8. Thank you. Bye. See you, Shrambles.
Bye.
Bye, full lizards.
Bye bye.